So today we're going to talk about nurture marketing, or maybe give it a subtitle, No or Not Yet. My question to you is this: have you ever put in a proposal or answered an inquiry about your products or services and then waited patiently for their answer about the next step? Well, images of pulling petals off a daisy might come to mind. He loves me not. The words that ultimately come back are either yes, we want you, or no, we don't. But are these words really what is being transmitted to you? If they found you by referral or through your content, then they likely value your expertise. But perhaps the timing may not be right. When they say no, maybe, they really mean not yet. They may answer in the negative because they are at the early stages of their solution search, or because they need to align internal decision makers, or because they need to put a budget together for the next fiscal year, or because they are thinking about their vacation and are not ready to make a decision, or for hundreds of other reasons. Here's the key. When they ultimately are ready to move forward, whether it's in 3 months, 12 months, or many years later, they'll reach out to whoever last made an impression on them and somebody who's built some trust. And you want this to be you. The question is, how to do this? In the olden days, this was accomplished with newsletters and the telephone. We would add them to the newsletter subscription list and then e-blast them each month. The only problem with this is the bulk, unpersonalized nature of the communication, which didn't really take into account the nature of your relationship, and it really was so impersonal. Following up by telephone every 2 weeks was another strategy. Unfortunately, this can be perceived as a hard sell at best or nagging at the worst. It can turn the prospect off. Another problem, as the number of prospects increases, the strategy doesn't scale. Today, however, there are 2 new ingredients: content and marketing automation. Consider marketing automation, or nurture marketing. This is a souped-up sequence of touch points, each reaching out with high-value content, maybe every 2, 3, 4 months, to people who have said, not yet. The touch points can be via email or traditional mail or telephone. And while this can be done manually, it's impossible to scale a nurture marketing system beyond 10 or 15 not yets. Marketing automation software is designed to help, but it's only half of the solution. The heavy lifting is in the development of high-value content, not the mechanics of a particular tool. So here's how to start the development of a nurture marketing process. The first step is to define the audience and the journey that they're on. For example, the audience may be prospects interested in XYZ. The journey starts after the initial meeting. It would be designed to educate the prospect about XYZ, credentialize you as an authority in the area, and when they're ready, result in them calling you to put in a proposal. The second step is to develop content that adds value to this audience. White papers, videos, assessments, blog posts, whatever it happens to be. The third step is to outline a series of touch points that will occur, say, every 60 days. Now this is a long-term drip example. Here it is. 60 days after that first meeting, you might send them a link to a blog post about content that's relevant. At 120 days, send a viral marketing white paper or some similar lead magnet. At 180 days, phone them to learn about any changes and if they want to connect in person again. At 240 days, send a link to a relevant video. And at 300 days, well, I think you get the idea. The fourth step is to script out each touch point, either email or speaking notes. Each email has got to be written in an approachable, non-bulk way, but applicable to any particular reader who is attached to the nurture marketing sequence. So here's an example 60-day email. Dear so-and-so, hope all is well. Several clients recently asked me about content marketing, and in light of our conversation a few months ago, I thought of you. I compiled a list of some of my favorite articles on the topic and thought you might also be interested in seeing it. Here's the link, and then you give them the link. Let me know what you think. Regards, and then your name. The fifth step is to encode the links within each of the touchpoint sequence emails so that the recipient's interest in the topic is tracked. So here's your challenge. Does your marketing take into account not yet, or does it stop when it hears no? This week, identify the process with the most to gain from not yet. What journeys in your organization can benefit from this concept? And here are a few ideas. Prospecting meetings, event follow-ups, contact forms on your website, welcome processes, or task completion processes. And one other marketing insight. With an investment in marketing consuming a large portion of many budgets, too often the focus is on increasing conversion from, say, 5% to 6%. This represents a 20% increase that goes directly to the bottom line. Unfortunately, this conventional wisdom thinking does not take into account what I call the other 95%. If we incorporate concepts like not yet and nurture marketing into our strategy, the ROI for any existing marketing investment can skyrocket. Hi, I'm Randall Craig. I hope this got you thinking.